All right, so hello guys, welcome to Edutainment for Us TV. Today we have not really had a lot of time. Of course, during the day I did one live, just about 30 minutes. So for now, I want to get to the social reaction. And we are just looking into the damage control that is going on in Nyabohanza. Of course, that is one of the villages that we keep talking about because of the drama in air, all right? So guys, before we knew it, we saw a lot of damage control going on from yesterday, right? And of course, Dorina in the house was holding the camera for the first time for ConMUM, all right? Of course, all of us know very well that ConMUM has been taking videos for herself, right? But unfortunately or fortunately, yesterday we saw ConMUM coming to her platform. And of course, her cheek was swelling. Everybody was asking whether she had a toothache or something. What is your guess? And of course, as normal, Karoti did not spare her, or T did not spare her, and many others. Of course, I've not been online as much because I've been busy, up and down, and time really races. They always say time is money, and that is what has happened, guys. So let's get to it and get some receipts to pull out on this matter. I don't know what you think up to now, because the other day when we were talking about GBV, we never got the answer, but the answer is right there. Of course, it is implied, right? If you look at yesterday's video for ConMUM, ConMUM was sitting right there. She was very uncomfortable in the video, and it seemed, just as I'm guessing, that possibly Marwa or the daughter in Poland came up to really, do some damage control. You understand that YouTube is not vegetable. And therefore, if somebody wants to really do damage control, they have to come up with a controversial story, okay? If you understand the tingo, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't know about it, forget about it. All right, so let's get there. We are going to pull out some receipts. Hello, Nemai Roy, welcome. How are you? I'm so fine, as you can see. Peter Polazeka, does it look like Petior from Poland? How are you? Has do a nan friend? All right, so let me get to see what I have to show right here. And I hope you spend a nice day. For some of you, it's evening. Muhammad asks, are you a Muslim? Nana, I'm not. But I understand some things in Muslim because I've lived with so many friends from, the Muslim religion. So Muhammad, salam alaikum. I hope you're fine. So let me get to check some receipts just to pull up what I have to show right here. So of course yesterday, Gazu Ba 8 You say goddess? All right. Nemai Roy says, what are you talking from? Where are you talking from? I'm talking from where I am, right? And Muhammad says, you should convert to Islam. Why? Why should I? The God we worship in Christianity is the same God in Muslim, right? So why should I convert when I'm still getting to relate with God, even in Christianity? So let me get to see the specific video that I have to show you, because in reaction, you have to pull receipts, right? So don't really care about where I am. Of course, you people, I told you that I'm moving to a different location to just handle some other activity, and that's why I'm right here. Flabajaba, a woman should learn in quietness and full submission. I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. That's that's a first, right? That must be a first from a certain society. Because as for me, I believe anybody can teach, and it depends on the students. Because when you go to schools, do you find teachers who are male and female? Of course you do. So that is neither there nor there. It's just maybe a possible culture or value of a certain society, and I don't belong to that. Conrad Namuwanya, hello, how are you? How is Uganda? Is Chagulanya being still pushed around by our Museveni? Is Museveni still doubting the ability of the young people from leading Uganda, or is Wagulanya getting Chagulanya getting the overall in Uganda? The other day I talked about Uganda, but so of late I'm not able to do so. Thank you to Boo. You say hello. All right, daily streaming, day gym. All right, thank you. Chris Wambui, hi. San says, I love Africa. Welcome to Africa and specifically Kenya. Muhammad says, everyone convert to Islam. That's radicalism. You can't force everybody to be in one religion. I believe withstanding other religions is very important because you get to see diversity. A society with diversity is very, rich. And that is why, like in Kenya, we are so rich in terms of culture, styles, lifestyle, and all that. All right, so I may not be really reading what Flaba Jaba is saying. He seems to be indoctrinating, and I'm not ready to do so. Chris Wambui, hi. Lucia Wanjiku, hi, girl. Hello, Gali. So let me get to see the receipts. If I'll get them, then it'll be well for me. All right, so let's get there. No, I'm not sleeping actually, but I'm doing a live stream. Muhammad says, there's no God like Allah. Of course, Allah is just like God, and it's just like Mungu and all that, yo? So all those words seem to mean the same. Queen Babe says, yo, hola, hola, welcome in the house. I hope you're fine. And the Indians in the house, wamaste. And Nico Kali, hello, it has been a while. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So let me just check the videos. There's a video I was supposed to pull here so that I talk about what I'm gonna do. And of course, if you've come here for reaction video, why not? You're going to get right that, okay? So let me check on, plant-based black man, you've been so lost. How are you? Jumbo, peace and blessings. Eniko Kali says, I'm back. Welcome. I hope you've been doing well. Everything fine? Yeah, it's only that sometimes we get to be busy. But let me check on ConMUM platform and see what I have to do. So ConMUM, Eniko Kali. Okay, so here we are. I don't know why Flabajaba is here preaching. Unfortunately, we are on reaction. We are not preaching here, right? And reaction is about critical analysis of what is happening around. And depending on the people we watch, if it's music, if it's, videos, or if it's generally lives of other people who are popular, or politics in the country, and that's exactly what I do. Lucia Wanjuki is saying, I'm from Kenya. Welcome. Where particularly in Kenya? Plant-based black man says, I'm actually back in Kenya. I'm currently in Kisumu. All right, you might be eating fish right in Kisumu, right? Okay, did you come back for a long time or just visitation or something like that? So let me be checking on this video. Now, guys, ConMUM disappeared on her platform 6 days ago, and she just came back 23 hours ago. Of course, her video has clicked 9,800 views, right? Ask yourself why. People are curious. Even Team Marwa, Team Dimwango, Team whatever. Okay? So am I. So don't blame me when you see me reaction to that. And they always say opinion is varied in what we call reaction videos. And if you understand what reaction videos are in my niche, of course, you know what I do. So let's get back there and see. And I saw a lot of people talking about the swelling of ConMUM, and therefore I felt like I have to check on it. If in reality there is this GBV, it's something you have to talk about. Maybe it may not benefit her, but then it might help somebody else, right? So it's unfortunate this lady has just retired, and currently I think people are retiring. Is it at 65 or something like that? And she goes back home to rest. You're supposed to retire, go home, rest, and have your peace. Unfortunately, she married this man that is full of fists, and therefore she's being beaten left and right at her age. It's unfortunate, actually, and maybe the only thing we can do is to pray that her kids should see this thing and maybe help her out. We can't blame Rosho, we can't blame anybody else. But then even Congrats mom herself, she's been a teacher all along. How do you stand somebody, creating a stone out of you, or let's say a drum out of you, beating you left and right at your age? It's unfortunate, actually. Maina Adam, hey. Lucia, uko aje? Niko poa. Na wewe, I hope uko poa sana. Plant-based alituambia yuko back to Kisumu. So let's get there. All right, so there's something here I have to check on and show you as a receipt into what I'm doing. Of course, you get to the
Hi guys, welcome to
right here. All right, I want us to start from here. This, I believe, maybe some people have already done an analysis, but this is my perspective, guys. So even if you've checked on somebody else, this is my own perspective. So guys, I just don't see myself getting to retirement age, then allow somebody to be globbering you and your cheek swells and people keep asking whether you have a toothache, and in reality it's not a toothache. Now look at this lady. It's unfortunate. She's at the age of our parents, okay? She retired just the other month. She has been struggling so much back in school all this while. Of course, her daughter and son made sure that her house is constructed for her. Now, recently we had her daughter Dimango was saying that her mother has her own brains. She is mature. If she wants peace, she can get it. If she doesn't want it, then she's not going to get it. Now Dorina comes up and pulls her camera. And let's see.
And congrats, mom. Say hello, congrats. Hello, guys.
Dilip Das. Hello, Prissy. How are you? I'm very fine, Dilip Das. I hope you're fine.
She has visited me. She's just enjoying her fruit. Which fruit are you enjoying?
Hello, congrats.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Congrats Mom's channel.
Yeah.
Here it's evening and...
Okay. She is forced to smile, but she's unhappy. Of course, when you look at the face, we've studied about these facial things, gestures, body language, nonverbal communication. And when you look at Dorina herself, she's like shocked, but then she can't just talk about it. So, of course, possibly she was sent by whether it's Maro or Dimango to come and make sure that the mama comes up so that people are not asking questions. 6 days. When you are a content creator, currently I'm not in a location where I can do content very well, but I'm squeezing my time even between breaks, between lunch, and doing even a video of 30 minutes. Now tell me why Congrats Mom, even if she went to Nairobi. How many times have I gone to Nairobi? I've gone to maybe even Uganda or other countries and still made content. You have to create time for it because this is job, and you are hunting for moolah. They say moolah is moolah. You have to get to make sure that your algorithm is growing. And therefore, I'm so sure that if Congrats Mom was in Nairobi, she would have made content around Nairobi. Unfortunately, we are being cheated. This is a whole lie, Do you know how to cook lies? And this family is very good at cooking lies. And this is one of the biggest lies that we have seen, because how many times have we seen them lying? But it's not like we are interested so much to understand their family. What is unfortunate is that how can you hide something bad? I'm just equating also to, you remember the time we were talking about the wife of Masubawan? I always say if you hide the hyena, in our mother tongue there is a proverb that says, you hide the hyena, and once the hunters go, the hyena comes out and it will just swallow you. I don't know whether you understand that in my setting, but I know very well that you're getting it, okay? So as long as they'll keep hiding whatever is happening around this lady, she's old now. She doesn't have the energy to keep fighting. Maybe she has been standing GBV for many years, but remember now she's at 65. Is she going to tolerate this? And maybe she tolerates, yes, because she doesn't just see how she can walk away and create her own life or her own embassy. But now tell me, is her body going to stand that? Sometimes even when we force our bodies to stand some things, they won't just do it. They'll resist, right? And I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Why should someone pay you just because maybe you don't want to make a different environment? Maybe you want to keep a family. You know, I don't understand when people talk about I'm keeping family tight when things are not working, because respect has to be there, okay? Yeah, they always say when you are in love, be a conscious man or be a conscious mind, right? That's reggae for us, for reggae people in the house, wagwan. So I hope you get it. So let's get here, back here. You see this lady has a swollen cheek.
Just enjoying our
And
food.
when the camera lady
Enjoying.
noticed it, she moved the camera very fast.
Okay,
We are
she was
so
enjoying a
intelligent,
mango,
we know it, right?
and we are here sharing shortly.
You can see the other,
So
is it the
wind up
right
this
side?
YouTube channel. If it's your
Swollen.
first time, kindly subscribe. It's almost setting, guys. So let's
Okay.
move and see how it's setting.
Yes.
The
Where I
sun
should
is
put this?
setting. Okay, that one. Put it somewhere here. Inside here. There is a dustbin there. See there?
And the video went on, and the lady said, I'm going to pray for my daughter's construction and all that. The reality is, life is unfortunate, and it depends on how we treat it. Just like they say, you are what you eat. You eat trash, you will be trash, okay? So eating, it does not really just mean literal eating from the mouth. Eating is even tolerating nonsense. You tolerate nonsense, you become nonsense, okay? So the eating is implied in my understanding. Yeah. Plant-based black man, you're saying my name is plant-based, but I do eat meat, fish, and consume cow's milk. My diet is 100% plant-based. But you're saying you consume cow's milk. That is not plant-based, right? You eat meat and you eat fish. Is that plant-based? No. You are saying your Luo queen is a wonderful cook. She makes the best chapatis and matoke. What else? Tell us more. Okay. You said you made the typo. Oh, so you mean you do not eat? All right, get it. So you eat chapatis, matoke. All right, that's cool. Dilda says, hello, Prissy. How are you? I'm so fine. I'm so fine. Okay, Dilip does. Yeah, so guys, sometimes it is such an embarrassing world. We don't get what we look for, right? That's the reality about life. But when you don't get what you wanted, you don't go for less. That's the reality. Don't go for less just because you didn't get what you want. Yeah? You can at least decide to give yourself value. You know, like you take goods to the market and you're ready to just give at the price the customers want. Of course, that will happen. But in ourselves, our own value, they always say our body is the temple of God. And I don't know how people interpret this. Congrats mom is actually a teacher in the church. And I believe that she is supposed to stand what is really right. Like, there is no way you're talking about respecting somebody who is, creating a whole sack out of you, beating you left and right. You get it? And I'm just trying to offer some kind of lessons to young people, because it may not the congrats mom. He doesn't want to. Maybe she's under the control of her daughter and son who are telling her, if you do this, you'll spoil our brand. Remember, they're great YouTubers, right? But then, what about the future generation? You don't have to stand this, right? GBV is the most dangerous thing we understand in this world. Anyway, when people are talking about it, I tried so much to restrain myself from discussing this until I saw the evidence. And of course, I have seen it. Now, it's unfortunate that both Dimwango, not just Dimwango, David Jr., and Marwa don't seem to want to see what is happening. Walter Jawang, hi. Hello, welcome in the house. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, and share with your friends, okay? Plant-based black man says green grams, yellow beans, potatoes. I like ugali with spicy foods. All right. That's a good choice. Sometimes it just depends. If you're vegetarian, possibly you are. I can consider that, because when you're saying you don't take meat, you don't take even cow's milk or whatever, eggs and what have you, it's okay. Possibly maybe it's healthy for you, which is okay. Because as for me, I consider both. I take both, okay? But then the isolated kind of food stuff I prefer. Okay, so let's check on this video. Now this lady continues to restrain herself. She continues training herself in the video. Of course, most people have just shown the first part. I want you to look at this. Even the look at her face, it's so, like she's so about something. And yet, Dorina has to force her to be in the video all through. So let's look into this.
And the weeds are too many. The finger millet is so little. So I don't know why it happened like this. So what I'm saying is that look at the finger millet, how it looks like. So the finger millet, before the
Okay, let's
hands of
let's
God,
continue. What the hell? This is a commercial. Let's skip this, right?
and the person who has taken the materials to go and use, give him knowledge and wisdom so that he can use it wisely and then return. Thank you for the watchman who is taking care of this place. Be with them, give them knowledge and wisdom to take care of this project. There is a lot of materials at the ground, so we pray that everything will be good. We pray for the owners of this project, wherever she is. Be with her and her family. Take care of her with her needs. So go with us. I think I'll be ending my video here so I can see a lot of materials delivered, especially the concrete. Quite enough. Sand is still little sand. So
All right, I'm just sorry for this lady, because it's like no one is ready to help her. And maybe she's tied to the situation because of what we call damage control. But I don't know. I've seen so many great people out there. If situations cannot hold, they cannot hold. So what you do, you just walk away and work out on any other sort of life. Because why should you stand such things and then maybe they cut your life short? Life is too sweet. Something to tamper with your life, generally. Okay, and what we are seeing here is like Congrats mom is just helpless, desperate at the same time, like she doesn't know what to do. Now Marwa came up in his video to say that the mother had gone, I don't know, is it the mother or him who had gone to Nairobi and material disappeared at the construction site? I was like, I thought there are contractors who are put in Dimwango's construction place. What the hell are they doing? The Dimwango in Poland is perambulating and saying that the security is quite safe and everything is well and nothing will happen to her material. We've seen that, right? And we don't pray for anything to happen to it. But then this is where I say, when I'm doing a project, if I don't have people I trust on the ground, then I must be there. And again, we have to give priorities in our life. If something is important, I place it at number 1. Another one comes as number 2 and 3. I don't see why she had to rush to go to this place, Poland, before she did finish her house. And now when you go to Poland, she says she's not suffering, but so many people think she is. And they always say, lisemwalo lipona kama halipo linjiani laja. And of course, we've seen that, okay? Now, the reality is sometimes in life we don't want to accept that we are suffering, but people can see, including her subscribers. Of course, they are the most, concerned people in the entire picture. If they were reactors alone, we could say they're just doing it for gigs or they are doing it for, whatever reason. Of course, I saw some video today. I may not be able to show it. There was a video she did today saying, help me think about this. I may watch it later before I talk about it. But Maro did a video. In that video, he was talking about how grandma not dancing grandma, but Brian's grandma has just adjusted to her luxurious life. And within that video, he came up to say how the mother, I don't know, was it the mother or himself who had traveled to Nairobi? And I was like, really? Did it happen? I hope that is the case. But if in reality they are hiding GBV, I'm telling you, there are things you can't hide. Pregnancy, GBV, problems, you cannot hide because the face will show. And later on, the body will just give up. And that is why I'm talking so painfully, because as I have done a video earlier, I had a relative who actually used to stand this nonsense. But at some point, we forced her to walk out of that nonsense. That I think she always now is very appreciative of our help to her. Because it's all about, it's nuts. You get it? It's nuts. You can stand some things. Yeah? Body is body. Body is body. You can stand some things. Okay? Yeah. Now, Ken Maro says, I just had a coffee, whatever. I didn't see the entire message. There are messages that have been held up. I think people have not been sending acceptable messages on YouTube. YouTube has a way to hold your messages. If you're sending maybe with a funny, erotic, or whatever kind of insinuation. But anyway, I thank you guys. You already have sent me 10 likes. I am so appreciative. And we are going to take 1 hour. We still have about 35 minutes. So stay tuned, guys. And I'm looking for a video just to show you something before I move from ConMUM to this guy. I'm supposed to also talk about MURIMI, because there is something else also they are trying to offer damage control. But we are seeing, for me, I don't spare anybody in this picture because I'm talking about what I'm seeing, right? So let's get to see. And what is this fight erupting countdown to wedding? I'm like, did Mwita fight with anybody? Anyway, we're going to get it. So let me check. I'm struggling to sit properly because the space here is limited, but you'll bear with me. We always say YouTube is YouTube. Wherever you are, make some content, because you never know. Tomorrow is another day, okay? So let me check on this just briefly before I can go on.
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not your notes.
Oh, guys, so we have plenty of bags of cement. They just arrived. How many bags of cement they arrived here? These are 9. Oh, 9 bags of cement. Wow, amazing. Wow, guys.
All right, let's check on this.
Kama ni mgonjwa apelekwe hospitali tafadhali. Acha niambie Mwita. I'm asking Mwita, is he sick? Because I'm so concerned about him. Mwita, wewe ni mgonjwa? Kama wewe ni mgonjwa tukupeleke hospitali Mwita, tafadhali. Sipendi nikikuona ukiumia. Ama shida yako ni gani Mwita? No, let him.
Now, guys, let's talk about this. You've been watching David Jr. all along. I've been watching him for the longest time recently, since he started focusing on this dancing grandma family. Now, dancing grandma is one of the women who wants to really assert herself extremely, such that at some point he hurts Mwita. Now, you realize Mwita is this kind of man who are so quiet. But you remember the day he drank and he got the guts to speak about his problems. I'm telling you, a lot of subscribers came out and told David Jr. that it's not well with Mwita. But do you know what he said? Let's now organize and pay dowry, and then now Mwita will have respect. Who does that? This lady already knows that Mwita doesn't have ability to pay dowry for himself. What is happening is that he's being helped by subscribers from Australia, Germany, and America to pay dowry. Do you think he will respect Mwita? Now remember, again, this home belongs to this lady. The land itself belongs to this lady. Mwita doesn't own land here. The house that is being constructed, therefore, if you look in the mathematics of Kenya, cannot even be written in the names of the two. Now, I don't know why some guys, of course, some people who say these things came from Africa, went to work in America or Germany or wherever. But then they come up with some theories that are strange and try to suggest that there should be a document with that house. Do you know houses in rural in Africa? They don't even have documents, guys. They don't have. It's not like America whereby you construct houses in estates and then you must have ownership documents. In Kenya, you might go to some homes, even some lands do not have title deeds. Some do not have even plot allocation. And therefore, how then could you say that that house should be written in the name of the two? Maybe it's lack of knowledge. Therefore, I'm here to enlighten you guys just a little bit. Now, Mwita, when he drank, and I think some men who lack the ability to speak when they are sober, when they are speaking when they are drunk, they should be listened to carefully. He came up and he knew that David Jr. was recording. But do you know what he said? He said that he wants his own house because when he's staying in dancing grandma's place, he is always looked down upon. The kid, that is the boy, the boy always beats him up. Even dancing grandma does the same. And of course, guys, we can't be shocked. Do you remember that day grandma almost beat Mwita? He pushed him aside in front of a camera and he knew the world was watching. And of course, some subscribers who have sense, those who don't have mental challenges, came up to say that it seems that this guy is going through a lot of problems, a lot of pressure, a lot of humiliation. But some, or obviously the mentally disturbed, they supported Devi and said that, that is their lifestyle. It doesn't matter if they have lived together for 25 years, so what? Do you know, guys, people can stay together even 30 years, but if the last bit is no longer going to be held, then they just separate and go their ways. It's better than sitting together and maybe one of them is just cowed, intimidated, unable to assert himself. He doesn't have breathing space. You know, whether it's a woman or man, I'm talking for both, okay? So in this case, of course, from what I've been watching all along, Mwita seems to be cowed. I've never seen a man who always speaks, even before the wife, and is always holding hands together as if he is receiving a sacrament in church. You get it? So this guy has always been behaved in a manner that suggests he's under some pressure. And that day he spoke it up. He said that at night that lady abuses him, you know. Akasema hakuna tusi hamtusi, anamtusi mpaka anamfikisha kwenye kuku, analala na humpiga na anamwambia yeye ni mbwa atoke. Did you get it? If you didn't get it, then ask me, hire me for translation, I'll be doing so. All right? Because sometimes reactors, we are seen as if we just want to poke our noses into places. But then I always talk about things that are really matter in the society. And I know that those people who watch sometimes appreciate this. And you'll be coming back to say this maybe in some month or whatever to come. The reality is, this lady is so happy that they are doing a lot of progress for her. They have done a house, they have done the buying of the cows, they have done the buying of the goats, and of course somebody insinuated that she doesn't have parents who are going to take that dowry. And of course she might just have that dowry coming back to herself. I don't know. Ask me. I don't have an answer to that. Because in my way, what I understand, if a wedding is to be initiated, then that dowry should be delivered to the parents. All right? And then, because these are whites, they have money. They are ready to sponsor this. We should see grandma going back to her home, then she's brought, and then the wedding goes on. But then where? If people wanted actually her to have the wedding, they were supposed to buy land for Mwita because he's the man. This is a patriarchal society, guys. Let's not cheat each other. This is not India. This is not India where a woman, you know, like paid bride price. It's supposed to be a man to do so. And then it's supposed to be a man's land, not a woman's land. You don't go inherit a woman, then stay there, then call yourself the man of the house. You're just a stranger who can be brushed aside anytime, and then another one is brought in. You get it? Jolo Acula. I hope it's not Gigolo. I've heard people saying Gigolo master. All right. So Jolo Kula says, do you think it's possible to marry ghosts? Why should I think about it? Because in our culture, we don't marry ghosts. We marry human beings, right? Gigolo Akula, are you a ghost? I hope not. All right. So let's get back to this video and see. Mwita is being asked his problem. He's not talking because he's not drunk yet. And you can see how dancing grandma is looking at
shida
him.
yako ni gani Mwita? What is grandma? Things aren't okay here, I swear. And you know
Now,
this guy,
guys, that is the man and the woman want to wed. Are you getting? The lady sitting in the blue dress and the guy sitting on the wall. They are supposed to wed. David Jr. is behind their wedding. He has already gathered cows to pay bride price. I don't know where they'll pay it, but I've been seeing people organizing the marriage arrangements. Now here, I didn't want to show the baby, but then I have just to pull the receipt. You can see this man is deep in thought, okay? And the lady is so making, it's just sarcastic about it. That's one thing I don't like about a dancing grandma. In front of people, she would just be so enthusiastic, charismatic. She knows how to downplay some things. She can play with the minds of the people. Psychological games, I tell you. So, possibly there has been a conflict, and I'm sure of that.
reality show. Okay, let me go to grandma closely. She needs to open up because the videos are always as there. Mwita uko sawa?
Mimi sijamwambia kitu na sitamwambia.
Hajaniambia chochote. Mwita, mbona roho yake inapiga sana? Mwita, what's really going on? Haya, peleka Mwita hospitali basi. Yuko sawa huyu. Acha apeleke hospitali atibiwe. I'm telling Mwita, why is she laughing?
Now, guys, if you age of grandma, of course, she's quite old, right? Unlike Mwita. And the other day, David Jr. was asking the lady, why did she decide to marry or get this man into the house? And she said, he came, he didn't have anything, and people didn't want him, but she picked him. Now she has had blessings. That's what she said, all right? Yeah. Remember the other day again when David was organizing for this guy to go to California? You remember? The lady was so fast to pack everything and say, let him go so that he will be sending dollars. Mula is the problem, guys. I'm telling you. Mula is the problem. Money can tell you to do anything. I don't want to sing for you because I'm not a setting to sing, but there are songs which have sung a lot about money and what it can do. They always say that money is like a flower, but money again can kill, okay? Shilingi, maua, tena, yaua. I won't sing. Just call upon me the other day, then I'll be singing when I'm in a position to. But for today, let me just leave at that as we go on with our analysis. And the damage control today is my topic. You can see David Jr. is trying to do a lot of damage control on himself as well as on dancing grandma, because people have been saying a lot of things. Gintu came up with the story saying that this grandma actually burnt down, made villagers to burn down Matiko's father's home. We have also seen Gintu saying that Matiko was the husband to this lady. Whatever happened, I don't know. I don't understand the Kuria culture anyway, so don't ask me deep into it. Maybe another day I'll be getting to research deeper and then I'll share with you. So I've just about 23 minutes to finish. So let me check on something here. So you see the ages, the age difference, but people just say age is a number. I don't know. For me, I can't stand it. When you come to me, you are too young, forget about it. You are too young and I'm this age, then you tell me age is a number. A number in where? All right, so let's check at this.
Mwita, twende upeleke. Siku yako ni kesho kutwa. Uko na siku tu moja kesho. Uko na siku moja kesho peke yake. Na tuwezi kuona ukiumwa hata kama hatuna hela lazima zitapatikana. Mwita aende atibiwe. Hata mimi kama ni kobukobu ni kuuza Mwita, nitauza uende utibiwe Mwita. Hata kama ni rasta yangu nitauza uende utibiwe. Amka Mwita.
Now let me ask you one thing. If David Jr. is actually mature enough to understand emotions, is this guy sick or emotionally drained? Tell me the possibility. Jiola Okula, are you still there? Kenamaro or anybody else? Is this man really sick or emotionally driven. You can see there is something here. You know, the veins in the face. He doesn't want to speak. Now, a lot of subscribers have been telling David Jr., you try to call Mwita aside, talk to him man to man, try to understand. But unfortunately, I just don't want to talk about this so much. The other day, I heard people talking about Bayram Bak, hello. What the hell? Yeah. So I heard a lot of people talking about Piotr in Poland, referring to some aspect of gayism. But I've seen already a video. David Jr. was asked once that same question, and I hope I've done the reaction. I don't want to go back to it. So does David Jr. really understand, or is it normal for him for people to molest each other? What the hell is this? Book. What is it? Hello. Welcome in the house. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if you are new. But if you are always here, thank you so much for coming back. May God bless you. All right. Thank you for your loves and all that. What? Nails. Okay. Yeah. So the reality is that this guy is stressed. If you look at him psychologically, he's not okay. Because look at him. Why is his face having like kind of his having the veins protruding? He is deep in thought. He is in some sort of regret. Now, people have been asking a lot of questions. Why is David Jr. so keen to pay dowry for this lady to always come here? You've heard him saying he can even sell his gumboots just to make sure he takes Mwita to hospital so that the wedding day, possibly it's 2 days to come, does not fail. Some people are insinuating he wants to buy the land. I'm not so sure. If he's really into that, then what do we talk? What do we say? I don't know. Anyway, let's follow up.
Mwita says he's not sick. But I wonder what's really going on. Guys, I know even I don't understand this situation. Mwita, shida ni
Baadaye
you know, I've seen Mwita is bleeding on the nose. Meaning there was a serious fight.
sasa hivi makamo yake ya umaraya sasa. Huyu baba sasa hivi nitembea nje na wanawake ambao hawana ukweli. Hiyo tatizo ilikuwa ni hivi.
Oh.
Na mimi mwenyewe hapa nimempata hapo na sasa basi umesema eti nini kusoma nilikuwa na kono mwapi hapa.
Aliko?
Na hiyo kuna yake nimeshika. Oh ndo mwalikuwa na yeye mabaki ujinga. Unafanya sherehe yeye.
Mwita.
Na wamama hapa sasa hiyo ni biashara kweli. Na uchumi
na kwenu una kitu hapo. Sasa tunafanya nini hapo?
Kuja anaiza ameshikilia baada ya zingira mfukoni.
Mama yeye msaidia miaka mingi sana.
Alafu tena baadaye ziache huko anakuja kunizuia.
Tukana sana kwamba una
haya pole.
toka kwa.
Kodai. Haya pole.
Kwa nini kuna mawazo mengi sana? Acha mimi naenda nyumbani.
All right, guys, now you see the drama is out. Damage control cannot be controlled again. So Mwita has finally decided he's not drunk, but he has repeated the same statement he said the other day when he was drunk. What did he say? He said this lady has been abusing him every day, and the lady has also been telling him to go away because this is not his place. Do you get now what I say? And when we react, people are like, you people stop reacting. Why should I stop? Tell me now. All right, so I can't stop, okay? I will not stop and I won't stop. Now, I'm trying to serve men like these ones. If it is very wrong for you to move into a woman's home, don't. Even if you are earning 10 bob, earn the 10 bob, save 5, eat 5. Make your own money, create some property, go buy some land. In a patriarchal society, we believe men are supposed to be heads, and you cannot be a head with nothing. That's the reality. Let's not cheat ourselves that things have changed. It's modern times. Women are women. Women, we are just meant to love. We are not meant to really host or take care of men. And we can't. And when we are annoyed, we'll tell you everything. Your ego will not stand it. So don't go into a woman's house and feel like you are now going to be owning anything there. Please. This Moricho. Hello, welcome. Am I saying the truth? I hope I am. Of course, I've seen of late, a lot of young boys don't want to work. They want just to simply see a woman who is working, then go in and then they say they are going to be taken care of. Let me tell you, women don't know how to take care of men financially. They can do so in other ways, in the bedroom and what have you, but not financially. A woman cannot give you money a whole year without complaining or reminding you about this and that. I was in Mombasa and there is a time I was in Mutwapa. There was this American lady. She seemed to be rich and she was staying with a young man. And do you know what she did? When they had a difference in a pub, it was a public place because we had gone to a restaurant. There was music, live band performing. Do you know the woman shouted at this guy in public and told the guy, "Look at you, I take care of you, I take care of everything. You don't even perform in bed." Can you imagine such an embarrassment in public? So don't. Young men, don't. Don't, because you'll be used. Then if the woman feels like they are satisfied, they have done what they want, or they have an option, or their life is becoming better, or, like they just don't want you anymore, they'll throw you to the winds. They'll throw you to the trench. So don't. And that is exactly what Mwita is now facing. And David Jr. is trying to do damage control, which is impossible. You cannot hide some things for too long. Even that ConMUM, she cannot hide for too long. One day, some things will just get to the peak. And we don't want that to get there. So those who are close to these people, can you talk to them? Talk to them. Let them also have some sort of independence and a way to protect themselves. Mwita is urging David Jr. Unfortunately, he doesn't know how to speak English. He speaks in Kiswahili, says that this lady abuses him left, right, every night, every morning. The lady tells him to move away because he doesn't own anything there. Now, she may be unappreciative, but at the same time, in Africa, a man cannot come from wherever he has come from and come stay in my house and say that that is his home. You get it? That will just be like a convenience relationship. And with time, his ass will be kicked out, and therefore he has to go seek his life. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality. I'm just talking about reality, guys. It's not like I hate men. I don't. But then I'm just saying the reality, which you have to understand, okay? Yeah. Saddam Anton, welcome. I know from that indication, from that emoji, you are unhappy, but don't be unhappy. I'm simply trying to give the correct information, the reality checks, and you can check from somebody else, okay? So Mwita speaks the truth, but David Jr. is just brushing it aside. Why? And insisting that there should be a wedding. Do you think there should be a wedding here? These people are doing for camera purposes. And David Jr. is using them to create his content, because even if it were me, Nyamwini, I get such characters. Of course, they become so many good characters to put in my video, and I'll use them every day. And the views will be moving. But then, for them, what are they gaining? Of course, Dancing Grandma already has her house. But Mwita, I'm so sure, he is as poor as a church mouse. That's why the day he was being cheated that he had a prank about going to California, Dancing Grandma only gave him a bag. A backpack. Imagine, with I think 3 pieces of clothes, 1 pair of shoes. And the only thing he has in this home is 1 cow. Can you imagine? So guys, for those of you who are helping David Jr. to help Dancing Grandma, if you want to help Mwita, get someone or convince David Jr. to buy him land, still in Nyamwini or Nyabohanse, and help him to construct even a simple 2-room house. You don't have to construct a very big house. And then help him to see how he can run a business or something, as far as he will not take drugs. But this kind of life is what pushes people to drugs again. But anyway, let's check the last bit of it before you go to MURIMI. because we have about 11 minutes to go.
Huh?
You say? So Mwita has said, yeah, he doesn't want to become the, he's not the groom.
I'm sorry, guys. Hata mimi siwezi kubali mtu anicheat. Hata mimi. Hata wewe ulikuwa unaniambia siwezi kubali. Yeah, cheating shouldn't be tolerated. I think even the listen from it as yeah. Sasa nyinyi ni watu wakubwa, mmeishi kwa miaka mingi. Kwa nini nafanya hivyo? After all ile mjinga. Aniletea amevaa hivyo na nimeshikia kuja hapa. Uwanja ni wako. Uwanja ni wako. Pole pole, pole pole. Pole pole Mwita, pole pole. Pole pole. Take it easy. You know that is real Mwita's daughter. Mwita's a real daughter. She's right there. She's telling me for them. Twende uteremshe. When it comes to soda, you can't say no.
Okay, so David Jr. had to pick him up, go buy for him soda. And that is it. Tomorrow again we see a different video. Maybe the wedding will be successful, I don't know. But David Jr. is pushing so hard so that the wedding is successful. I don't know for whatever motive. Maybe there's more than it meets the eye. That's what we say. But anyway, let's now check on MURIMI. All right? And of course, there are things that I may not bring all of them here because I'm just working within 1 hour. I have almost 10 minutes to finish my video. So let me check on MURIMI, okay? There was some drama in MURIMI's home again. MURIMI fought with his father or something like that. And then after fighting, because it was on Mayani's, I think it was Mayani. Mayani did a video. Mayani did a video after meeting MURIMI's father on the road. And that guy started revealing a lot about his son. Now, MURIMI just started content the other day. And I believe what is necessary is people around him should advise him, especially Max 1 should advise him. Let's start with MURIMI's video, maybe. What MURIMI said first. Let's see what I'll get the video first. Of course, the construction is going on, but there's something about MURIMI I just wanted to see. Yeah, here. This video he did for damage control.
My father and also have my MURIMI, and this is a special video of today, whereby there is a video whereby Mayani made a video. Mayani made a video where he was just talking about that MURIMI went and hit my dad. But that day, as if you are an observer, you can observe that my dad was somehow drunk. So I think that is the reason he managed to speak, and we are with him here. He's just going to tell us the truth, and we are just going to shame like some people, some people that are just coming to other people houses in order to collect some information, deep information that is not even the truth. You know, some things is not like is not to put online.
Really?
Like let me say about Mayani. Man, we came with him. We came with him in my home. Exactly. When we were very and they came, but they went away with my father. After that, he made a video. He uploaded a video. After uploaded a video, he asked me, should I post? I told her that I told him that it's not good that you upload this video because this video is totally liars. Yeah. Totally liar. So my father is here. He's just going to introduce himself and then is the man was the one who instructing my father to speak such things. So I'm just wondering some they just want to be profited themselves and I can say that okay before this camera okay I'm sorry for that my father, you are my father, you brought me from down to where I am and I'm gonna be you that forgive me before this camera, forgive me if I wronged you. And sincerely speaking, I didn't, but I have to ask forgiveness because it have been a tiresome time because you know many people have been approaching you, make video with me so that I can buy you liquor. You know it's like liquor. It's like it's trending in our home, but we are sorry. And as you can see, guys, my father is here, bro. But what you did to me, it was a wrong thing. It was a wrong thing. But convincing my father, telling my father that he can speak liars. He is my father. He is my father. He is my brother. He is also, I'm using his blood. Yeah, you know. But it was a total liar. What you are speaking, I can't explain, no, sincerely speaking. So I'm ending this video. Brother. What can you speak about you know, Mayani have been your closely friend. So what I can say, just say to Mayani, he just change, yeah, just change. Everything is going.
No, everything is going well. I'm trying to arrange the. You see, I'm very busy, Kanzi.
Yeah.
Trying to arrange the stones.
Yes.
The foundation. They are trying to make the foundation that will be a stronger.
Alright guys, let's talk about this damage control in Murimi's father's video. Or is it Murimi's video? Because Murimi has, they are talking about he has already remarried a woman with her own 2 kids. And that is why he says Halima is not welcome. Okay, I don't know. In any case, he lied that Halima contacted him wanting to come back. He was learning again. Murimi is a liar, so is Ernesto. Shame. I feel sorry. The poor, abused father. You know, drinking, actually liquor is one problem in any setting. When people are drunk, domestic abuse will happen. Okay? Whether it is in their home or even with other people. Abuse. They'll fight with people. They will be violent. They'll be ready to do anything. That's what the reality is. Now, it is also possible that when they are drunk, they can easily fight. All right? So when Murimi comes here and begins to explain, and then they are doing damage control, this is what Nyaboanze is all about, sagas after sagas. Now, I can see the comments. One person has said, what a shame. Your dad actually spoke from his heart the other day. Man did not speak for him. Just correct yourself and start treating your parents with respect. It's not the first complaint. He is afraid he will be beaten again. Another one said, I said it. They will come and cover for what his dad did. Now, funny enough, the people of Nyabohanze thrive in lies. I've seen Masubowan, I've seen, even at some point, was it Gintu? I see a lot from Devi, from Marwa. I see a lot from Devi Jr. I see a lot from, it's like they thrive in lies. And they keep saying they live authentic life, they're just doing raw content, but sometimes it's either they are taking advantage of people or sharing lies. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate. Now, when you look at the old man in this video, is he really free or they have just pulled him to come on camera and lie? The problem with these people, they do all they can do to please the donors, but they don't do what can please themselves. Now, let's get to check on Mayani. I'm trying to check on Mayani's channel. Does he call himself a Mayani or it's Mayani? Mayani YouTube. Mayani Nyabohanse. Yeah, I want us to go to that video so that we can see the damage control here. Where is he? Mayani. Why is it giving me hell? Let me check, but if you are aware about this, you can help me get it very fast so that I can finish my video, go bed and sleep. Oh, he calls himself only Mayani. Some people call him Munyani. Anyway, only Mayani. Here he is. So I want us to check on that video 1 day ago. And I want you to follow what he says.
Kaboom! Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy here, Mayani. Good morning, good night, wherever you are watching from. It's another beautiful day. They just got their own road here because this road is for the uncle of na pikipiki. Talk about Murimi alikukanyaga na pikipiki kabisa. Ilinigonga. Uko serious? Uko serious? Uko serious kabisa. Naona ulifanya naje naye sasa? Mimi alikuja nikamwambia kijana, kila siku nakuja kunitusi nyumbani. Ukilewa, si unapita unaenda kwako. Anakuja ananiita tu Kalise. Ambapo ananiita mimi Kalise na mama yake Kasagani. Yani, guys, this is normal sana. Because I have never had this. Guys, this is normal sana. Kuja mwilini humu nyuma. Sina kabisa. Mimi kitu nimeona. Wache nimwachie huo mji. Imagine na Murimi akona kwake. Si Murimi ana kwake. Murimi have his home. Yeah. Guys, nilienda mpaka kwa ofisi. Wakati mwingine tena nilifanya hivyo. Nikaenda nikaripoti, nina hata barua yake. Mpaka hata hao maaskari hapa juu wakaniambia, ni wewe umekubali Murimi anakufanya hivyo. Murimi ananifanya mpaka nalala kwa mahindi.
Okay, so I think you can see that video, right? And that is why I'm telling you, Nyabohanse people are very experts in damage control. So Murimi has been hitting his father. So the abuse in Nyabohanse is not just GBV. We have gender-based violence and we have abuse of parents, abuse of mothers, and even mothers to daughters. You saw Matiko and the daughter, whereby the daughter actually cut the face of the daughter, right? You also saw Matiko's mother also cut the grandson's was it the hand or something like that? Now, you've also seen Machete Man beating Dimwango's mother. Now, the twist comes. Murimi has also been beating the father. I'm sorry, guys. I can't actually defend any of these people. When it comes to abuse, I'll just have to talk about it. Now, of course, in Murimi's video, I'll assure you that was damage control. Why? Because this old man never talked. He was not given room to talk. They were talking on his behalf. Ernest and Murimi, they were rushing to talk for him. They did not even allow their father to talk. And if they wanted to say the truth, they could have brought the third person. Now, in the video with Mayani, Murimi's father explains that Murimi always beats him up. He even hit him with a motorbike when he's drunk. He has made him sleep in the maize plantations many times. And now, guys, do you think Halima should even come in that situation? A house is being constructed, yes, but is the house enough? It is about the peace you receive where you stay. I think that's what I'll tell many women. Don't see a man being now supported by the whites and you want to come and run back. If you are really genuine that you are being abused, be sure. Because the other day this man was defending his son when Halima was trying to run away, saying that the woman is the problem. But now he has come up to say that he is scared about the son. He has even gone to report to the police, but I don't even understand the police in Nyabohanse. How can you allow a father to be molested by the son, then when he comes to report, you tell him he is the problem? Guys, maybe you don't know Kiswahili, but this is exactly what is happening here.
Kija sikuli, sina imani, naingia kwa mahindi kurara.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a boy here, Mayani.
Mimi unajua.
What happened?
Wacha nikwambie. Murimi kila siku anakuja na nisumbua.
Na Murimi sasa akona bibi na kwa kwake.
Ana kwake. Anatoka kitu kama mita fulani kutoka kule anakuja kwake. Mimi kwake siye.
Onge tusimame.
Yaani Murimi anakuja na nipiga vibaya sana. Murimi amenifanya kama mimi hapa fadhali ni kame nimwache mchi. Sababu naona Murimi ataniua. Aliniface kabisa, nilikuwa nafikiri ni uongo. Nimesimama kwa kisima pale. Akaniambia karakarisha. Wacha leo nikuonyeshe.
Mlifanya nini mpaka akakufa?
Hatukufanya na kitu chochote. Yeye akija kule kwangu anachukua kama ni kwake. Hata akipata mboga wameweka jikoni anafyagia sote. Tunalala njaa.
Hello guys, let me just explain this, what the father of Ernesto is just talking about, and utalao ni post hii video.
Mimi ngoja hata naweza lia mimi na
utanikubali ni post hii video. Ni post.
Ni post kabisa.
Ni post.
Hata nalia machozi kabisa yananitoka.
Guys, this noma sana.
Ngoja nikwambie Mayani. Hata nikifa Murimi asingie karibu na kaburi yangu.
Now listen to that. Murimi's father has reached a level of cursing the son Murimi. He says that when he dies, he doesn't want Murimi to approach his grave. Before a parent speaks like this, and when I'm looking at Murimi's father currently, he's not drunk. Even though Murimi now comes up in his video and says that he was drunk and Mayani just did something to him, but I know Murimi is just scared about sponsors. Nyabohanse people, when will you ever shape up? Everyone is just messed up. What is wrong with this village? This looks like a cursed village actually to me, whereby children don't respect their parents. Even the rich kids, poor kids, they don't respect their parents. Look at, even though Marwa and Dimwango has done a lot for the mother. But now when it comes to the part of shielding and protecting her, and actually just respecting her just as she is supposed to, they are not. Because someone who can let me be violated does not really respect me. But anyway, let's leave that aside. We're already done with it. Look at Mwita, the way he's being treated. This village is cursed, actually. So the man talked and talked and talked, and I know Mayani came up to interpret and say what he has said, but I've already talked about it. So you've seen the video I started with on MURIMI. MURIMI has come up to just do the damage control because he knows the sponsors will not continue to help him if they learn that he normally beats the father. You also realize that why does he beat the father? He does what he did to Alima. Go speak stuff, uses without even asking for it, that request. He doesn't request, okay?